Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. I'm Supreet KS, representing Batch 17 under the guidance of Dr. Lokesh Sharma and the co-evaluators Professor Deeptian and Professor Santoshi. I want to thank our guide and co-evaluators for their constant support. And I also welcome other faculty members and my friends for the technical seminar presentation on wireless vision-based ubiquitous violence detection. So let's know what is wireless vision. Wireless vision is nothing but knowing the action performed by the person using Wi-Fi modules. And ubiquitous violence is nothing but commonly seen violence activity. Coming to the contents table, in the introduction, we will see the overview about the system, and in the literature survey, we will see the papers that I have referred. In the methodology, we will know how the signal is processed and how the violent and normal activities are classified. In the implementation, we will see the experimental scenarios and the performance. In the result analysis, we will see the performance of the system in different environment and its accuracy. Lastly, the conclusion. So coming to the introduction, violent behavior in public places are becoming a major problem in the society, which seriously affects the physical and mental health of the people. Violent behavior can also cause problems such as emotional loss and even depression that may in turn lead to suicides. So, violent behaviors can be seen commonly in schools, colleges, and even in other public places. Violent activities include hitting, slapping, kicking, or etc. According to a survey, the probabilities of depression and suicide for the victims being bullied are 4.8 times and 18.5 times larger than the ordinary people. So, this is the reason many countries have enacted law on anti-bullying. But few victims who have undergone bullying doesn't even report due to the fear of retaliation. And detecting the violent behavior is also not an easy task because it can happen anywhere at any time. Monitoring safeguards and teachers can only cover a fewer limited areas for a limited period of time. Though there is a video analysis technique, it fails to cover each and every corner of the building and it is also not cost effective. So, extensively deployed Wi-Fi facilities boost the Wi-Fi based sensing technique that can recognize specific human action or gesture using channel state information, which helps in detecting the human action or gesture that are performed. When it is performed, the signals will alter, the amplitude and phase of the received CSI will change. The distinguishable changes in the signal pattern during the action or gesture helps in the recognition of human activity. The accuracy of the system is around it detects violent activity accurately about 93.46% along with a false alarm rate of 6.43%. Coming to the literature survey, the first paper is Wi-Fi based Indo complex human motion recognition method. This is an IEEE paper published in the year 2020. In this paper, the Wi-Fi module uses a deep recurrent neural network for classification of activity based on the received signal. It uses recurrent neural network for feature extraction and a Fourier transformation for subcarrier division. In the second paper is Wi-Fi sensing with channel state information. This is an ACM paper published in the year 2019. Even here, Wi-Fi module with the CSI is used for data transmission. For feature extraction, it will be using SVM and CNN classifiers. They classify based upon the 3D matrix that is generated. And the third paper is state of art of violent activity, violent detection technique. This is an ACM paper published in the year 2017. In this paper, the video is converted into frames. Those frames are used to recognize the activity using a Gaussian modeling and SVM classification for the frames that they have generated. The fourth paper is behavior recognition from signals and action to activities. This is an Hinvi paper published in the year 2018. This uses to classify Xingyi Quan martial arts technique of China using RBM classifier for classification, and softmax machine learning algorithm is used for detection of human motion in the Zingwikan martial arts technique. Coming to the methodology, the system of VV mainly consists of four components, that is data collection, pre-processing, feature extraction, and classification. The data collection component extracts CSI samples from the Wi-Fi devices. This is the system overview and architecture of the system, which consists of four major components like data collection, pre-processing, feature extraction, and classification. Next will be the data collection. In the data collection, the samples of CSI are collected. In VV, we use a laptop with Intel processor to collect the samples. And for transmitter, we will be using a single antenna. And for the receiver, we will be using 3 antennas. Next, the pre-processing. The collected CSI stream is firstly processed by data calibration module to remove noise. The major source of noise is internal state transition between sender and receiver, the transmitter rate adaptation. As we can see in the diagram, we use Butterworth filter to eliminate the noise to some level. So the result of Butterworth filter is smooth to a certain range. For further smoothing of the signal, we will be using weighted average. So we will get a smooth result. In the activity detection, before analyzing the activity, we decide whether there is a possible activity in the collected CSI stream or not to avoid unnecessary analysis. The CSI stream will be noisy when there is no activity, and when a human activity exists, there will be a variation in the signal. Next, coming to the feature extraction, we have to decide the activity, whether it is a violent activity or a daily activity. For that, we use two characteristics, that is fierceness. The action of the fierceness, it's nothing but the action of the attacker to attack the victim is always extremely fast and powerful, and even the victim will respond in a quicker manner. This fact will lead a rapid rise and fall of the CSI stream, while daily activity doesn't show this behavior oftenly. And next is the range of motion. The range of motion, in the aggressive action is performed, there will be a large range of motion compared to the daily activity. Manual feature extraction. In manual feature extraction, we use a time series feature. Active features like activity duration, standard deviation, mean absolute deviation, median absolute deviation, the average CSI, and maximum and minimum CSI. The disadvantage of manual feature extraction is the selected features are based on human experience, and if the environment changes, it is not so easy to detect manually. Next will be the automatic feature extraction. The automatic feature extraction, all subcarriers can have a different pattern because different part of human body influences different subcarrier. As we can see in the figure, the subcarrier 7 and subcarrier 15, subcarrier 6 and 20 are experiencing different amplitude change during the action, which are different compared to one another. For this, we use Gabor filter, which is similar to human visual system. It is used for texture analysis. It provides a good selection. It provides good selection and helps to find the relationship between multiple subcarriers. Firstly, it uses up pictures, and then it is converted into amplitude matrix. The parameters that takes are the coordinates of the matrix, the wavelength, the rotation angle, the phase, and the bandwidth. Coming to the feature fusion, the automatic feature fusion extraction is done to obtain effective features. A principal component analysis is used. That's a PCA-based feature fusion is used, which is used commonly for signal processing. The steps in feature fusion are feature merging, combines the extracted feature into a feature set, and then will be the normalization. For the given training examples, the mean and standard deviation for each feature is done and it is normalized into a feature matrix. Then comes the classification. In the classification, we have model update, activity recognition, and the method of model update. In the model update for classification, we use least square support vector machine for classification. The reason of choosing this is the performance of LSSVM was better than other classifiers that we will be seeing in the result analysis slide. In the activity recognition, the violent activities and daily activities are detected and labeled continuously, which is captured in the Wi-Fi signal streams. When the violent behavior is detected, the classifier makes the decision based on the observed CSI stream. Then the VV will send the alarm to the security guard or the concerned authority. In the method of model update, to make the VV to adapt to the different environment, we use three factors here. There will be a user-defined accuracy of K. Then the VV initially has a reset coefficient R, which is set to 1, and the accuracy rate of VV in real time as A. The reset coefficient will be set to -1 when the accuracy is less than the expected accuracy. If the accuracy is more than the expected accuracy, then it will remain in 1. It will set itself to 1. If it is -1, then it is detected as the environment has been changed. Coming to the implementation, here we will be evaluating the system in 3 scenarios: laboratory, office, and dorm room. There will be one laptop as a transmitter with one antenna and another laptop as a receiver. The CSI samples are collected by the CSI tool in the Ubuntu desktop. The transmission, that is the sampling, will be of 1 kilohertz. The distance between the transmitter and the receiver is 1.3 meters. Here we evaluate the system in different environments using actions such as walking, running, jumping, sitting, stabbing, pushing, or beating, which all the activities involve many parts of the body. For the experimental scenario, they have considered 8 volunteers, 4 males and 4 females of different age groups between 18 to 40 with varying of height. They have considered the volunteer to perform actions in 3 scenarios for several times, like 100 times. The performance in the 3 scenarios are given, and dorm room has the highest recall and specificity compared to other 2 scenarios. The recall is nothing but the percentage of correctly detected violent activities, and the specificity is nothing but the correctly detected daily activity. Recall is nothing but the true positive by true positive plus false negative. True positive is nothing but correctly detected violent activity. And the specificity is true negative divided by true negative plus false positive. Coming to the result analysis, the performance in different scenarios are given here. When the operating environment changes, the performance also changes. The threshold is set to 80%, and in all the 3 scenarios, the accuracy was above 90%. So the model was not needed to be retrained. Coming to the performance in different environment, as I said, violent activities can occur anywhere at any time. Multiple scenarios are considered in addition to the previous 3 scenarios. We have considered few other scenarios. In all the cases, the accuracy was above 90%. The considered scenarios was like classroom, restroom, staircase corner, building corner, and gym. The recall and specificity in the building corner was 90.6% and 90%, which was lower than other 4 scenarios. Next, we see the impact of different classifiers. There are many classifiers that can be used for recognition model, like random forest, KMM, KNN SVM. Choosing the classifier plays the major role in predicting the accuracy of the system. Initially, SVM was used, but it took a longer processing time compared to LSSVM. LSSVM uses the lower computational complexity power compared to SVM. And impact of number of antennas. So initially, they tried using different number of antennas at the receiver end. By using 3 antennas, they have achieved around above 90%, like 93%. So they have stick themselves for 93%, like 3 antennas. Next is the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are cost effective, and the system is not sensitive to light. It is easy to implement. It's an efficient system which gives the accuracy around 93%. It works in different environment. And it is difficult. The disadvantages are difficult to detect some activities. The efficiency decreases as there is an increase in the distance. It is difficult to detect the activities in crowd. Next, the conclusion. Coming to the conclusion, they design and implement a ubiquitous violence detection behavior system using a Wi-Fi devices to detect a complicated violent activity. They capture the accurate patterns of the complicated violent action. A PCA-based feature fusion method is used to automatically combine effective features of the VV. They adopt a feedback mechanism to make sure that the system adapts to the different environment. The future work is the system can be improved to detect individual activities like standing, running, etc., using neural network approach or any other approaches. By using high sample rate, we can obtain more accurate information. These are the references that I have referred for this presentation. Thank you. That's the end of my presentation. If there is any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Yeah, Suprit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I think you involved a lot of things in presentation,
Yes, sir.
and I think the presentation should have been better. The way you presented the concepts. Anyway, a few doubts. Let me try how we're going to clear those two.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, you can just go to the research of what you've done. It's a survey, paper 2.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the importance of this paper for your topic?
So, like, when I referred, I got to know some of the concepts, like, which helps the future work of this system. Like, one of the paper you used to detect, like, running particular activity, like he running or he is standing, like in this paper that they have not implemented like that.
No, Suprit, because my major concern only with this paper is, see, the paper title as we are reading right now in front of us, it stands as Wi-Fi sensing with channel state information.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is something to do with the Wi-Fi, that's all. Okay, nothing to do with the human behavior, nothing to do with the human motion, nothing to do with any action, human action. So which is the major terms in your topic, right?
Oh, yes, sir. This is an ACM paper. Yes, sir.
It is mainly focusing upon Wi-Fi sensing. Okay,
Yes,
something with doing with Wi-Fi, nothing to do with the human motion or human analysis, right?
Yes, sir.
So this was my actual question. What is the importance of this paper in your topic? So because this is majorly on Wi-Fi, but your topic is not majorly on Wi-Fi. It is upon human motion behavior or human action behavior.
Yes, sir.
Which you communicate using Wi-Fi as a mode of communication. That's all.
Yes, sir.
But still, I don't know clearly why you made this as an reference paper in your topic. Do you have any answer for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it helped me in deciding use for the future work and also. And they have used a SVM classifier, and it has a 3D matrix generated, which is not done here. And there are various techniques of Wi-Fi which can be used in the future, like vPOS and VC and all. So
Okay, fine. And my second question is, so in your system, majorly it is all about identifying a human action, something like bullying or eating or pushing, something like that, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And why this Wi-Fi was considered as a major term in this? Why only this paper expecting Wi-Fi to be the communication channel? Why not something else?
So the reason for this is Wi-Fi modules. Comparatively, if we use smart devices like a smartware or video surveillance, it require it. If we consider video analysis, then it is light sensitive. Like if we if we use a deep like neural network or something for a CCTV camera, they are light sensitive. Yes, sir.
Hold on. See, you're using Wi-Fi only for data transmission, right?
No, sir. We are using Wi-Fi signals. If a person or a activity happens, then there will be a change of pattern will be formed. Based on that signal, we will decide if the activity is violent activity or normal activities.
Supit, usually as we know, Wi-Fi is just a communication channel.
Yes, sir.
Wi-Fi just a communication channel. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It is actually a communication channel.
Yeah.
But when an activity happens, there will be a amplitude and phase changes, which helps in recognizing the activity.
Whatever the activity and the phase and the motion changes.
Yes, sir.
It will be transmitted to some device.
Yes, sir.
For that transmission, we are using Wi-Fi.
No, sir. Like there will be a transmitter and receiver, sir. CSI.
Yes, just hold on. Look, sir.
ಸರ್
ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಂಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಇದಾಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ವೈಫೈ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಂಗೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದು.
ಹೌದು.
ಬಟ್ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಗೋರಿದಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ.
ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೈಸಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಂಗೆ 4 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇದು ವೈಫೈ. ಸೊ
ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ಗೆ
ವೈಫೈ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Sir, here we are using channel state information, which has predefined sender and receiver ports. It sends the signal from transmitter to receiver. When it is sent, if an activity happens, there will be an amplitude and phase shift. Then when it is received, that pattern is seen. If there is any changes in that pattern, then
super. Okay, fine.
Let us conclude your confuse along with Santosh's question, because and you have to accept if you have done mistake. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Just a minute, sir. Super. Okay, fine. I think you have got some confusion with that channels and all. Now, whatever the scene we are going to capture,
yes,
we are going to use a camera, right?
No, sir. This is kind of a camera-less thing, sir.
Camera-less, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like here, we will be using a wireless signal reflection, sir. If the reflected signal has some amplitude and phase changes,
okay,
then it will decide whether it is an activity or.
So that means we are using a special kind of customized devices, which will be continuously generating signal. So
Yes, sir.
depending upon the signal reflection or the signal response, we identify different type of activities. So no
Yes,
camera is used, right?
Hello.
No, sir.
Or that,
Good, fine. Just go for methodology. Back to methodology.
So methodology.
Yeah, fine. This is other. So what do you mean by CSI?
So CSI is nothing but a channel state information,
Full
which
form, full
uses.
form. Full form.
So channel state information, sir.
Okay, channel information.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just go. What do you mean data calibration?
Oh,
One second.
So somewhere you talk about
Yes, sir.
data
In
calibration.
pre-processing, so.
Yeah, what is that?
Sir, in data calibration, we receive the signal, and as it is a wireless transmitter device, it will be having noise. We reduce the noise using Butterworth filter and weighted average.
Okay, Suprit. Suprit, you just go to implementation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in its implementation, my only common sense question here is why you use this as figure 5? What about figure 4, 3, 2, 1 and all?
So for signal pictures also I have names.
Yeah. Okay. Come back to implementation. Okay, in this implementation, was it necessary?
So to calculate the accuracy, like it is actually the experimental scenarios what they have considered to find out their efficiency of the system and the accuracy, it was necessary.
Okay, with the customized device, whatever you use to
Yes, sir.
transmit the signal, how does this 3 scenario will contribute? Why only this 3 scenario was chosen?
Like they have chosen different scenarios. In the paper, they have discussed about these 3 scenarios. Like
Yeah, I know. But my question is, for example, I got a scenario called laboratory,
yes, sir.
and I got a scenario called office. Okay.
Yes.
How does this 2 scenario will differ in water?
So in terms of size, dimensions of the area,
Okay.
and the environment of the area, sir. Like
On the object,
Yes, sir,
and
the
its
objects.
effect
Yes,
in the scenario.
yes, sir.
Okay. Go to advantages.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in advantage, what does this second advantage stand out? No, not sensitive to light in the sense.
So if we use a video analysis technique,
Mhm.
it will that will be sensitive to light. Here we will be just
Okay.
using signals.
Okay, I got the answer. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side. Good.
Thank you, sir.
He's speaking about the protocols. That is my observation, as per my observations.
I think even Dipti ma'am is also limits. I think if she has any questions, she can ask. Dipti ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Suprit,
Yes, ma'am.
can you comment on VV? That is what you have highlighted, right?
Yes, ma'am. Wireless vision.
Wireless vision. Okay, fine. So to detect violent activity and regular activity, you
Yes, ma'am.
said that there will be a variation in the signal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is the frequency to highlight that or to classify that?
Ma'am, here they are considering 1 kilohertz sample, ma'am. Once. Like they are considering 2 characteristics like fierceness and range of motion. For a violent activity, there will be a large range of motion with in a small interval of time. For daily activity, it is not so. Based on that, they are considering that, ma'am. And even when the attacker attacks, the victim will also respond. So the range, like there will be a rapid change in the signal. Based on that, they are distinguishing.
While talking, we can say there will be a rapid change in the signal like that. But
Yes, ma'am.
with values, you have to speak, right?
Yes,
So what
ma'am.
is the range? Is there any threshold fixed?
to detect whether there is an activity or not, it is 3 times of the noise, 3 times that of the noise that is generated, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the value for noise? So
That
Is there-
varies from the environment, ma'am. Even in the paper, they haven't mentioned the specific range for noise because it varies.
okay, fine. And then another doubt is about see if a person is idle means how it is
Yes,
going
ma'am.
to work.
Then it will, if there is no motion, then there will be a node signal generated, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, Suprit.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Any question from the audience? Audience in the sense of students. You should ask any one question. So no response. At least one student has to ask. Okay. Anyhow, we will go for the next presentation if students are not